Well, I suppose the way to start this is just to give a little explanation. This pile of North American Indian artifacts came in, and for just various different reasons throughout this morning here, I just couldn't film them. And I did film these, you saw these. But everything is worth a good look. I mean, these pieces here, you've seen the other, and I'm going to go through them. Sort of like Jonesy did with a bowl of artifacts. But these pieces here haven't seen a man. And a man hasn't seen these, I mean, geez, since the fall of the Mayan and Egyptian civilizations. These things haven't seen the light of day. They're all archaic period for the most part. Definitely since the birth and death of Christ. Just old, ancient. And that's the cool thing about it. So we're going to take a good close-up of all these and see what we have to check out here. I found some great pieces today through Site 5 and Site 1. Now these, again, you saw these. That's great as an opening and review. And this smoker. This is the smoker for over there. I mean, this piece came out to be a smoker. I hadn't even washed them. But definite, it bears repetition. It bears repeating. Because look at that piece. Just the way they left it, right? So, let's check these out. Now I'm gonna really just have to go through them and just pull them and check them out. Because there's some great pieces here that came in. So we'll just go through these. Some great pieces. I'm going to set them up. We'll take a little bit of a look at them. Best I can do is just set them up and think about things as I go. To take a really good look at things, depending on how beat up they are or broken or what have you. And we're going to see them all a little bit better. But I just want you to see me going through them and organizing them, just as my brain feels about them. And then we'll go through and get a good close-up. And I'm going to tell you, when we're finished here, you're going to see there's just been so many pieces that have just been absolutely exemplary. Just craziness in terms of artifacts. I mean, you see this line up here, and going right through this pile is just, you can't leave them out there. I mean, we'll just leave it at that. It's just, they're not gonna, it won't bear anything to leave them. Anyway, we're in the coastal Piedmont area of eastern North Carolina. If you're new, turning in, some of you know that for sure. No doubt about it. A little bit of natural light in here is worth it. Just pieces and artifacts. Okay. Now what I was doing is this. I mean, look at that. That was that whole pile. Unbelievable. What are we talking about? Maybe an hour and a half, or what have you. But, and that's in addition to these. Craziness, right? But since they haven't seen any man, and no man has seen these in thousands of years, let's take a quick look. Of course, down at the bottom, pieces that are just field points. You're looking at rhyolite here, and pieces that are incredibly artifacts that you just can't leave out there, right? Tips. Excuse me on the focus. Evidence, bases, just keeps you moving forward, Great little pieces, great material. And then the two that'll go probably in my heartbreakers, which are these, which are heart makers. Great pieces. I mean, look at this base right here. I mean to tell you. Now, let's sail right through these. A little bit of a tip off. And you're seeing why when I go out here and take an hour or two. Actually, it's about midday that I did this, It's just personal friend out in the county that's not actually the county I live in. So, anyway, works out. And that's a nice piece right there. Where these are things that you just cannot leave out there. I like that piece. Another really great point, Marl Mountain. They make a ton of Marl Mountain around here. Look at this sort of crystal vein quartz Guilford. Little points as well, excuse me. So I'm just gonna, I almost didn't do it, but I figured I would make a sort of a cleanup video. And that's what this is. I mean, it's just simple living color stuff, and then this big point right here. So much of what I'm looking at here, I just assume, and happy as can be, I'm going to be giving it away. Here's a point that I don't think got enough time. This is a really sweet piece of quartz. Nice, right? I put that guy up there. Anyway, I'm going to have to wash these up, and they'll make for a couple pieces that are fantastic for the collection, and a whole bunch that's fantastic just to give away to people who cannot find, who do not have a place to find, and that's how we're going to do it. A big scrape, remember that, and then, of course, I guess right there, that's the piece of the day for me. I mean, that's the kind of size that I want right here. Just a great piece to go with everything. So, everyone, appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace, and if you had the patience to watch this, you just love artifacts, so that's why I put it up for you. Appreciate it. Hope you find out there.